Great to know. Ayush, as the company's co-founder and CEO, I want to understand from you, uh, how do you hire your people? I mean, there are two ways of hiring people. We generally hire based upon capability, and some of us also hire based upon values. Honestly, of all these years, I have been hiring people based upon their capability, whether they know this or not, whether they have this much experience or not, whether they how much sales and marketing experience that they have. All those capabilities. And in the last, honestly, last 2 months back, we started hiring based upon values. We have identified what are our values. So our values, suppose as a company, as individuals, is we are go-getter. We have a positive attitude. We don't we never say die. We basically want to give a best experience to our customer. We are hungry for achievement. These are our values, and we are now hiring people based upon values. Who are people who are hungry for achievement, who are enthusiastic, who have energy. And we have these people. We hire these people who have values, give them capability. They capture the capability, and they become super employees. Now, this I learned in the lockdown. Okay, now we had four people with great values, and all of them were fortunately also freshers. They had great values, gave the capability. In 2 months, they skyrocketed. Now, what's your hiring strategy, and how much time? What do you look for in candidates? How much time do you spend for hiring right candidate, right people?
Um, the amount of time we take to hire the right person is not defined. We don't hire unless the person is a fit, right? So in some cases, I remember we've had positions open for as long as like 5-6 months. Like, I mean, Tapan and I were happy to continue interviewing people
What do you
till
look
we
for?
find the right person, right? So there's no point hiring someone who is not going to be a fit, in spite of them having the best capabilities, right? They may be the most skilled in what they do. If they're not going to be a right fit, it's not going to be a fun experience for them. It's not going to be a fun experience for us. In the early days, so I didn't realize this was my strategy till I read about it actually, and I realized that I was doing this. But uh, any entrepreneur in the early days tends to hire people who are like them, right? I mean, you hire people. I was actually doing this subconsciously. I realized later on that all of the HODs that I've hired, right, that we match on a deeper level. That it's not just, they weren't just hired because they were good at what they do. Of course, they're good at what they do, but they there's an agreement on the finer points, unstated agreement in terms of, be it work ethic, be it the way you look at life in general, the way you think about customers, the way you think about the company, all of that. I didn't realize I was doing it. I was naive enough. It just sort of happened. I went with my gut. I realized later on, there was some article I was reading which talked about how entrepreneurs hire people who are like them, and almost entrepreneurial in that sense. The first set of people that you hire, and that's worked out very well for us because our initial hires, they've continued to be with seniority till today, and they are as much a part of the growth story as me or Tapan.
Excellent, excellent. So as Henry Ford said, the smartest people hire people who are smarter than them.
Yeah, exactly. You hire smart people and you get out of the way, right?
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
my role in the company, at least for the last year or so, has been more of a traffic policeman, right? That I'm just there to help and guide and just sort of nudge along in whatever direction that they want to be nudged, or as a sounding board. uh, but the people that we work with are far smarter, far more driven, far more capable of doing the things that they do, far more than I am. And I'm more than happy to just sort of provide them all the tools that they need to do the job that they need to do.
Excellent, excellent. So we this is